Hello everyone and welcome to Thursday Live Lessons with me, Aldrine Guerrero, joined by Mr. Aaron the Voice. Now Kamora, say what's up, Aaron.
What's up?
And Kahai the Legend Fergan, say what's up, Kahai.
What's up?
We are in a brand new, what do you call this? Setting, backdrop. It looks cleaner. It's not just like a white wall. I'm not just in some random unknown space, that we're just like kind of talking like a floating Aldrine Guerrero talking. Like this is actually a room, and we're gonna be adding more things in here. There's like a lot of room to put some stuff in. We got a nice Bandito Tyler poster. We got, of course, Beef Squatch. I have to keep Beef Squatch in here. This is my ukulele that just retired last week, so we're gonna put it kind of, on display because it is a retired ukulele. We're thinking of, putting some ukes on the wall and stuff, just decorating this whole thing. But, if you guys want to send us anything, that would be awesome. And then we can feature it on our little backdrop and wall and stuff. So, Kahai, where can they send stuff if they want to send us anything to put on our nice little wall? So first thing that went up is that Bandito Tyler poster, which, by the way, for those people who did the challenge, that's what's up for grabs right now. Those posters are no longer available, but we will get you some. So, all right, here. So Kahai's gonna get you the the address right now. But letting you guys know that this is Thursday Live Lessons. This is the place where you can ask us pretty much anything, whatever question we get via email, via the website, the forums, anything like that, or we also have voicemail too, right? You can leave voicemails and whatever, and any kind of question that we get, we will answer as best as we can here. I'll give you the best answer that can come up with, and then these guys, Aaron and Kahai, will also put in their 2 cents, and we'll come up with the best answer possible just for you. All right. So we have lots of other stuff in this show as well. We have this new new segment with the songwriting challenge. So if you want to participate in a songwriting challenge, stay tuned for that. We're going to have week 2 because we just finished week 1 today, but we are still accepting some videos, right, Kahai? If you still want to make some.
Just for today.
Just for today. Today's the last day.
I put the cutoff date like today.
Okay. 12 o'clock. 11:59 tonight. Okay. And so you can still get a chance to win that poster.
Yeah.
Or one of those posters. One of those posters. So here is the link where you guys can send us stuff if you guys want to be a part of our awesome wall right here. So it looks pretty bare right now, like I said, but we'll put some stuff up. It'll be awesome. Fan artwork or whatever.
Postcards.
I'd like to see that KFC club, or whatever, that KFC logo. The Kahai fan club, for those of you folks who don't know which KFC I'm talking about, the Kahai fan club logo. I would like to see somebody doing art and stuff.
Get the shirts.
Yeah,
because people ask to send me.
Oh yeah, for real. Okay. It's a
already.
Demand. We will make it happen. All right. So first off, Kahai, let's get a question first, and then we'll do the challenges.
Okay. This was a question I guess the last time, not last week, but the last time we did live lesson.
Okay.
It was from Jim, I think, and on the chat, and he said, "I see a new thread on the UU Facebook post about the effect of the back on the ukulele touching the body, and changing the tone. I love hugging my uke. Comments, laughter, as you please."
I already laughed. Okay, well, there is. I'm not gonna completely disregard that that statement that okay, it makes a difference, because it does. Okay, and honest to God truth, it does make a difference. The whole ukulele will resonate if you think about it that way. When when you pluck your strings, and those vibrations send it to your saddle, which sends it to your bridge, which then sends it to the top. It's not just the top that's vibrating. The top will vibrate the most because that's the first thing that'll that will vibrate. But honestly, the entire uke is going to ring out. So by holding your uke, and holding it like the regular way or whatever, you're stopping the vibration from the back of your ukulele. So you're stopping some vibration, but you know what, the difference is so minute that it doesn't make sense for you to hold it a different way, or to put it far away from you like this just to get that really small like difference in sound. Because I have seen, you know, some people with like devices that put, you know, like they put this thing on like on the bottom of their uke so that they can put it on their knee instead, so they can kind of play it like this. But it's like if you play it like this, that kind of locks out, you know, a lot of your techniques, because you're kind of reaching down like this, and you're not going to be able to like to mix it up, going from like say the sound hole, you know, like finger picking on the sound hole to strumming here. You're not going to be able to do a lot of techniques that you would normally do with the ukulele if you're not holding it properly. So while there is some truth to that, I think it's really redundant, like because your ukulele will still produce a great sound regardless if you're, you know, putting it against your body and dampening, quote unquote, dampening that, you know, that sound. Unless your ukulele is one of those really, really thin ones that just vibrates like when you play it and stuff, and you really want that whole thing to be heard. But other than that, I mean, I've only really come across one of those ukes, and that was that this Taylor ukulele that we played at NAMM, and it just remember that uke? Like it just vibrated. And that's one of those, like, and even then I would play it normal, you know, like I know it would make a big difference. Like a bigger difference. Maybe not a big difference, a bigger difference. But still, I would play it normal. And I remember when I played it, put it up against my body and I jammed it. Like I felt like my body was vibrating. You could feel the vibration. Yeah. It is really cool. But even then, even if I owned that ukulele, and even if I played that ukulele, I'd still play it normal, because each ukulele deserves to be played, you know, at its full capacity of the player. So I'm not saying that everyone should play like Jake or whatever, you know, with an ukulele, but I think everyone should play as best as the player, you know, is able to play. So if you play your ukulele a lot, and if you want to produce the best, you know, the best sound, although you're getting a good sound doing it this way, you might be sacrificing technique, you might be sacrificing some other things, maybe even your arms and your body, because you might have to like change up different ways to do your techniques, and that might cause you some pain. You know, like your wrist definitely is going to bend in weird and different ways, so you might injure yourself in the process. But who knows? I know there are some people that, you know, that fully believe that and you know, don't touch the back of their ukes, you know, against their body, and more power to them, because it does make sense and it is true. I'm not discounting those people, because it is true, but in my personal opinion, it's so minute. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. What do you guys think?
It's just a thing that like I can play better when I'm more comfortable, and having that gap just makes me uncomfortable.
Because you're kind of like this, like if this, because you're pinching, you know, this part of the ukulele like against your body, and this allows your hand to do its natural movements. But if you like elongate this, your arm goes along with it, so that means your wrist also has to kind of compensate. So you either have to put it up here so that your wrist is not like bending too much, or you fully bend your wrist and it just looks like this, and you're gonna get hurt here.
RSI, right? Repetitive stress injuries, stuff like that.
Yeah. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're uncomfortable, you're gonna sound worse than right. Like there's a trade-off there, and it's not worth it. I don't think.
No, I don't think. The difference is so small.
Yeah.
And I think that's like a good rule of thumb for everything, right? Like try to be the most comfortable that you can.
Yeah.
With anything.
Yeah. I mean, there should be some. It's like a balance, right? You have to have some push and pull of tension, and like, you know, but you shouldn't be hurting, and you shouldn't be uncomfortable. So you
shouldn't be like struggling to hold your uke.
Yeah. And I know it's like it's a sales pitch of some people. Like when we went to NAMM, it's like, oh, you know, you need this on your uke because you're not getting the full vibration of of your instrument or whatever. Not just ukulele, but like guitars and stuff. Like a lot of people will will tell you that. A lot of people believe that, and although it's true, it's like it's really up to you to figure out if that is worth it.
And then too, you kind of notice like sometimes when people end the song and they go with a big strum, they will pull it away from their body and kind of like vibrate the instrument. Kind of let it ring and let it do its thing. But that's only like, you know, because they want to emphasize that one really like that one chord or that one note.
Right. Because I mean, That makes sense. If you're strumming, your ukulele, each time you strum, you're beginning that wave again. Like you're starting a whole new wave. So it's not like you're doing like really long, like long chords or long holding chords and stuff where it needs So it doesn't really make sense to us anyway. I mean, I know some people will, like can put up a good argument against it, but that's honestly what what all three of us think is it's not worth it. The trade-off's not worth it.
So Renee had I've been practicing making uke straps.
Yeah.
Can having a big thick strap affect the sound? My strap covers the end of the ukulele.
No. I mean, I use a big, not like thick strap or anything, but I use a guitar strap, which is basically the same width of the back of my ukulele. So it too, covers the whole back of my ukulele in some parts right here. So these, I mean, honestly, as long as you don't have anything, on the top of the ukulele, these are the parts of the uke that don't vibrate as much, and that's why to us it doesn't really, the back and sides.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter all too much. But if you're putting stuff on the top, that does affect it a lot, and you're gonna hear a noticeable
But even
difference.
then, Jake's strap is
that's true.
goes onto the top, so
it's weird because he preaches like
but then you also can't tell Jake.
But Jakey Mom's gotta sell some straps, buddy.
So I mean, it's all it's all relative.
It is.
Maybe his playing level is so much so
good. I can sacrifice a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
So it's really like checks and balances, I guess. Is that right? Like where you just you decide what you want to keep.
And maybe that affects his comfort level too, because then his arm, he doesn't. I'm not. I'm not him. So.
I'm not. Yeah, none of us are him. But okay, so hopefully that answers your question, Renee. Any other questions from the group? Because I don't want to get into the thing and then kind of take up the whole hour.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So let's get on with the with the challenge. If we get more questions, feel free to ask us your questions. We are live, so that means we have a live chat going on right now. Chat with us, because we love it when we kind of talk story with you folks. It's a way for you guys to kind of get to know us and ask away. Like this is the one shot a week that like you get really fast replies to whatever questions that you guys might have, because we're gonna try to reply as fast as we can, especially during the during the chat, because we try not to let like too many questions pass by like without answering, right? So so take advantage of that. If you guys are listening to this as a podcast, thank you so much for downloading us. But if you check out ukuleleunderground.com and sign up for UU Plus, you can watch the video version of this and understand what we're talking about in the first 5 minutes of the show. We're talking about the backdrop, because it's really, really, really cool, and I'm very excited to see. Yeah, it's a new set. It is. It's because it's almost 2019. We're trying to change things up before the new year, and we want there to be a fresh start to Ukulele Underground for 2019. We want things to look fresh. So keep an eye out for a lot of cool new changes to the site. It's gonna be awesome. We're super excited for everything. So, Kahai came up with this awesome idea last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say, for on our last episode. For a songwriting challenge, and we're just like, okay, well, give us some chords and get and we'll write to those chords, and give us a key and all that stuff. So we decided all these things, and we wrote those songs, and we wrote it on our own time, on our own spare time, and we're now coming back, and we will show you guys what we came up with to kind of show you the the potential of just a few chords and what you can do with them. So Kahai, can you give us the details on the challenge?
I think the whiteboard is over there if you want to grab that.
Okay, great.
But yeah, like we set a key and then chords that we gotta use. Well, we set chords that are required, I guess, in the song. Yep. But then you can use additional chords or whatever. And then there's kind of bonus points if you do use those chords, or chords and lyrics and diminished chords. So
All right, so the three of us went off and wrote some songs in E flat, the key of E flat, with the chords C minor, A flat, B flat, and G minor. So those are the chords that we have to have in this song. And here are some bonus chords that we could use. Or bonus things that that we could add to the song, which would be a 7 chord, which is that diminished, so it's a D diminished, a 6 chord, or some lyrics. So let's get started. Who wants to go first? John Hippo. How do we do this? Who wants to go first?
Whoever.
I know. I'll do mine, since mine is like I have my uke and stuff. I'll do mine. So I wrote kind of a just kind of a happy-go-lucky instrumental song, and I'll play the tune and I'll kind of explain what the tune is. It's kind of a new tune, and I wrote some new stuff last night. So background to this, I'm gonna have to say it. I just wrote a simple song, like last week and stuff. I'm like, okay, I don't have too much time, but I'll do the challenge and I'll write as best as I can. And I came up with something that I was pretty happy with and stuff. I'm like, okay, this will be good because it's the first challenge. I don't want to go all out in the first challenge so that I have some tricks up my sleeve in the next challenges. But then Aaron tells me that Kahai comes with this. He's like got these things recorded, all these instruments and all these movements and stuff. I'm like, John Williams over here, like wrote a song. There's a master. Yeah, exactly. There's angels are like playing their harps in this song and stuff. So we'll save that for last, baby. We'll save Kahai for last. So I wrote like I wrote a bridge. So there's some parts that are going to be a little rough, but I'll try to play it as best as I can. So it's not going to be perfect, but I'll try it as best as I can. So here we go. One. So, hey, thank you. So I stuck to some simple chord changes at first. So my song has kind of a reggae-ish, but like kind of upbeat, like happy-go-lucky beat to it. It goes to the E flat, to the A flat, B flat. So we got that 1-4-5 movement going on, and then it changes in the second time around. It goes E flat, then it goes to G minor, to the F minor. So it goes to 1, then 3, 2. So that pretty much fulfills my my 3 chords of A flat, B flat, and G minor. And during the verse where it goes, let's break down the chorus first. The chorus goes so this E flat, and that's that A flat chord. And then back to that. Oh, sorry. Here's that B flat. So E flat, then it goes to A flat to B flat. So, but the second time around, that's a G minor to the F minor. So I use those inversions to go there, and then the verse just goes. It just goes 1 and 4, but then I did a what would that chord be? I did a F sharp or a G flat chord. So I did a G flat chord there. So instead of A flat, I did we did an A flat to a G flat. So that's something I added in there. Oh, so. And then I went back to that E flat again.
So it's kind of like, it works because it's like descending.
Yeah.
Because that's not part of the.
It's not part of the. It's not part of that chord family. So I just kind of snuck that chord in there, that G flat chord. Now, I went into a bridge by going to that 5, which is that B flat 7, and then I added the B notes to make it a diminished. So that's that D diminished for some bonus points, right? And then I hit to the C minor. And then C minor, and to the A flat again, to the B flat, to the E flat, back to the C minor, A flat, to the B flat, E flat, back to the B flat, and it starts back. So I got that wrong. Instead of this, it's that for the B flat. Like I said, it's a little rough, but that's what I came up with.
I'm like super nervous. I was nervous before. I'm
Thank you. Now we got Aaron Nakamura. Aaron, tell us about your tune. Kahai, you want to go next?
I can. What should I?
I don't know. Up to you.
John can poet. Just one time, no paper. No, sorry. Because you paper first. No paper first. Just go. Oh, Aaron Nakamura, or your choice, I guess. You choose if you want to go second or third.
Yeah, Aaron goes first.
Okay,
I go first.
Okay. Oh, big finale, baby.
Big finale.
All right, Aaron, tell us about your tune.
I have to add like a wah wah.
Like, I'm sure it'd be great.
So yeah, it was only afterwards that I started looking at because Kahai did in the UU Plus forum, he did like a thread for the song challenge, and so a bunch of people ended up kind of submitting their stuff and kind of talking about the challenge and like the rules of the challenge and how that kind of affects what you do.
Yeah.
So it was only today that I started kind of reading through and looking at people's stuff just to see, because I didn't want to be influenced, right? I didn't want to like I wanted my idea
space
to just like come out and then later I can compare it to your one or like, you know.
That's why I was like, I don't think anyone wants to hear what I've got, because like
everybody wanted to do it independently.
I was responding to every person. I wanted as much influence as I could get.
You wanted to find out what people are doing. But that's the thing too, is that when you start listening to other people, you kind of get influenced by them.
Yeah, that's true.
But the interesting thing was, because I wrote lyrics to the song.
Bonus points.
Yeah, I got bonus points for the lyrics. But so Daniel was one of the people that that participated.
Yeah.
And he wrote a song, and it was kind of like, you know, it kind of was a little meta, where it was like kind of about the challenge itself. And so
it's a great song.
Yeah,
like, that chorus is so catchy.
So if you're a UU Plus member, check out the UU Plus forum, the thread for this challenge, and check out the second page, Daniel's video, and it's kind of like sort of inspirational in that, like, you know, it's about like, you know, tackling something that you haven't done before, and so it was kind of it was weird, because that's kind of like what my song ended up being about, like totally independent of ever hearing Daniel's version. And so, and it's totally different, but it has kind of elements in it that like had I seen his before I wrote mine, it definitely would have been influenced directly. But yeah, I don't know. It might have been just because it's in the spirit of the challenge itself, and maybe it's because kind of things that we're going through right now. Yeah. And then also maybe it could be the key that, you know, kind of
just the kind of feelings it invokes. Those chords.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting we will never really know, but it's interesting that like, you know, music kind of occupies that space between like, you know, the unknown and the known.
Yeah.
And you get to like play in that space and discover new things. So like that's kind of what I think my song is a little bit more I don't know, it's more minor than his. Like, so it's more, you know, like the subject matter is a little bit
darker.
Yeah, darker, but then it also kind of has that uplifting.
Okay.
Like, so
I can't wait. No, none of us have heard like each other's songs, so I'm like super excited. I love Aaron's songwriting. I don't know if you think that's been said before. A big fan.
So I was thinking, it's kind of like John Mayer, but more R&B.
Oh,
so like if Babyface and John Mayer kind of like had a baby, that was kind of like what I was thinking.
Okay,
and it's definitely John Mayer inspired, and then definitely kind of like R&B inspired. So
cool.
So I went. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I'm playing it on the fluke because that's what I write everything on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my tenor flute.
Got his hammer.
Yeah.
Thor's got his hammer. He's a Mjolnir today.
So I had to bring it because so it goes like that. Oh wait, let me grab the lyrics. Yeah. So. It's hard just to get a thing started. Maybe it's wrong to think it's gonna last, but even if all we do has already been doomed, we better start it fast. Cause even the statues never last forever. Soon they'll be swallowed up by the sand, and every move we make will be overtaken by the next better man. So why do we try, even if we may never win? Why do we fall, just to get up on our feet again? And if our hopes can be much more than we could ever attain, won't be a waste to do every day till we evaporate. Yeah, I'll do that chorus one more time. But second verse. Yeah. Out of darkness we push to the heavens on our journey deep within, because whenever we'll find the treasures of our minds in the places we already been. So we'll soldier on together, even if the battle might be the last. Cause if it's all in vain, we'll continue to aim into the light, so nobody will ask, oh, why do we try? Even if we may never win. Why do we fall, just to get up on our feet again? If our hopes can be much more than we could ever attain, won't be a waste to do it every day till we evaporate, till we evaporate. It was something like that.
Amazing.
Yeah. Maybe I should have recorded it and then added other things. And
so good. Is that a tear I see in Kahai's eye? It's gonna evaporate.
I'm smiling. And I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Like I think the thing I was hoping for, and I think it like totally accomplished, was that we would come and you can see like how we're our different styles,
3 different musicians,
right?
Yeah.
Like, cause you writing an instrumental and then Aaron writing like this kind of song is like totally what I imagine you guys writing, like the style of what you guys would, I imagine you guys would write.
And then the funny thing too is that Aldrine went for that diminished chord to the C minor, and that's pretty much what I did too, where it goes like goes to G minor. I went G minor to the diminished, D diminished to the C minor,
So
and then
G minor,
and then in yours you just kind of held it.
Yeah.
And then in my one I went to the F
for the 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Major second.
So it was kind of like the reason why I did that during the chorus is because you're talking about kind of dreaming, like you're creating this dream and you're hopefully going for this dream, and then in that process you're like kind of working hard, so it goes up from there. So it goes like the to the B flat to the G minor. That's kind of like a climb, like you're climbing, you're getting out of something, and then once you get there, you go to something totally different, like to a new
place.
You reach like another level almost, but then it's like it goes back to bring it back, almost like, oh, that was just a dream, and now I have to actually do it, you know.
Good answer.
So,
good answer.
So that, and then bring it back to that.
How does it like end to, like, it's something about evaporate, right? Like
So the chorus goes, we try even if we may never win, and then we fall just to get up on our feet again. So like, you know, like the pressures of life or like the challenges of life always kind of like come at you, and whether you succeed or not, it's the trying that counts. And then the dreaming part is that, and if our hopes can be much more than we could ever attain, it won't be a waste to do it every day till we evaporate. So like the idea that like you just keep on going, keep on pushing, and like even the first verse is kind of about like, you know, it like why would you even try, because you're never gonna, you know, like so many things are gonna happen, and like, you know, the forces are inevitable, that you know, like it's so much is against you. Like why would you even try? And then the hopeful part is that, you know, like maybe it's not about winning, maybe it's not about,
it's about the climb.
It's about the climb. It's about the climb. It's about Miley Cyrus.
That's like, awesome, man. That's so good.
And that like totally speaks about like, cause like when like me and you are like riding in the car, right, Aaron? Like we'll talk about like imagery and songs and stuff like that. Yeah. So it totally like when I heard you say like the evaporate, I was like, that is a word that Aaron would use.
And that's kind of like, you know, like I was thinking John Mayer from the start, do something in that vein. So like, you know, he has songs like Clarity and Gravity and like, you know, Atmosphere and so like, I was thinking kind of in that vein already. So
good job. One more time. Aaron reminds us why he's called Aaron the Voice. Hot damn.
I was kind of nervous for that one. Well, anytime that you create something and then you put it out there in the world for people to see, it's like kind of nerve-wracking. It's like an act of courage, because you're open for everybody to like just pick you apart, you know. It kind of makes you think like anytime that people go to open mics, that's like that's what you're doing. That's
building up the confidence.
Anytime that you're on stage, that's what you're doing, or speaking in front of people.
That's cool. Yeah. So I mean, there's already 2 different approaches, you know, to this challenge. It kind of just shows you folks that, like, you know, the things that we teach here at Ukulele Underground, if you really go and, you know, and take everything that we've taught, so that, you know, pretty much combines, you know, strumming techniques like from Aaron, and then like the music theory that we've been teaching you folks. He's not playing anything like out of the ordinary or anything that we didn't discuss for the challenge, other than maybe that major second that, you know, that he did. But that's just something that he kind of felt out and that he added to his song. But things like this are very attainable, like with the ukulele and the instrumental that it did. It's, you know, it might sound super fancy, but it's actually it's not. Like, it's just using those like 1, 4, 5 kind of chords that was, you know,
and different inversions.
Exactly. Like it's not that difficult. So we're trying to show you folks that.
I was thinking like, for if we do this again, maybe we can do it in like an easier key, you know, and so like. hopefully like people who maybe are like, oh, I want to try.
It's so hard though.
Yeah, like I don't know these chords though. We'll do it like in C or something, right? And it's like anybody,
anything.
Like, and if you just do like a little tune or a little ditty, like even that is like we would love to see that too.
It just kind of it shows you folks the potential of your ukulele and really the potential of your own creativeness. Like in how individual musicians can come up with with their own things. So a lot of people will take ukulele lessons and just kind of take whatever's on YouTube or whatever's that they have available, and they think that like, okay, well, I have to play this way, I have to play that way. Whereas these songs are here to show you folks that like if you take your own creative juices and use your ukulele as as the what's the word I'm looking for, as the vessel to show your creativeness, it's really unlimited potential like with this year. All right, so last but definitely not least, the legend himself, Kahai the Legend Fergan. Now tell us about your song, Kahai.
So I thought it was interesting that Aaron said that he checked the forum and he saw that Daniel did like kind of the same theme, right, idea. And so while this challenge was going on, I was checking the forum and I thought it was interesting that Mark, he submitted something and he kind of went through the same thing that I did, where he said that he started with something and he was playing around with it, and then he realized that it was
Akeboshi.
it was Wine by Akeboshi. So and then he went with that direction, and I kind of like did the similar thing. So
I always thought that song's called Wind. Is it Wind?
Wind.
Oh my goodness! You just blew my mind just now. Like, oh my gosh.
But like you don't know how to pronounce it, right? No, and they don't say it in the song.
No, it's a very Japanese accent in that song. Oh wow, you just blew my mind. I thought it was called Wind by Akeboshi. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I recorded this song and I have it on my computer, so I'll play it. Hopefully it'll come out. Cool. Something okay.
Yeah, do it one more time. Because the volume was kind of
that.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead. Amazing. Bob's Burgers.
So some people
tell us about it.
Or some people are saying that they can't hear it. Like, I'll try and post this to like my YouTube, and then I'll post it to the forum. So yes.
Oh, you should put your computer next to the microphone and stuff. So
it's pretty close, but like
it's okay.
So like if I figured it out, because like if you play C minor and then you just like and I was just doing that kind of thing, and then I was like, this is Bob's Burgers, but it's just one step up, right? It's like
so that's what it kind of reminded you of. Yeah,
that's cool.
So I was like, I'm just gonna I'll just do. But so I worked on this during Thanksgiving at my sister's house. Or during Thanksgiving week. And then like I did some of it, and then my sister came home from work, and then I was like, oh, you want to hear what I'm doing for the challenge? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she put on the headphones, and when she heard it, she's like, this is cheating, Kai. You can't do this. So I was like, okay. Like, and I wanted to do it for fun, but then I also did a second one.
Okay.
Because just in case it was cheating, you know, a little bit. It's not my.
You gotta write a song. But I love it. I loved it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Put your computer next to just like the speakers right next to the microphone. Nice. John Williams over here. Hot dang.
I thought it was funny that like when we were starting to show our songs, you said like, "Oh, you put a harp in there," and I was like, "I did put a harp in my song." Like, you called me out.
So how did you record, or was it all MIDI?
It's basically all on my computer. Like I kind of arranged everything and put it all together.
That's what I like about Kahai. Like he knows how to make good music like that. Like I went to his sister's wedding and he did all the music for the wedding and stuff.
Not all of it, but like a song. Yeah.
I remember like each song that like he did for the wedding was like really hit the spot. You know, like on the what was going on during the wedding, and I'm like, did Kahai make this? Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Holy snap! Like Kahai is really good at making these kinds of songs and stuff. So right on, Kahai. Tell us about your process. So what'd you do there?
That one. So it's a different idea, I think, when you write on your computer, because you can just like draw the notes. You don't. Yeah. And I started off with a piano, like a piano track. Yeah. I drew chords, and I just like figured out like, oh yeah, I like these chords in this, you know. And
what was the chord sequence that you were using?
It was, I can't remember, F minor, E flat, I think, C minor, and then A flat. That's for one part, and then the next part is F minor, G minor, C minor.
Nice.
And then
the climb.
Yeah. At the very end, I do a B7 kind of chord just to get back to the start of that sequence. So
nice. All right. So everyone. Awesome job. This has been super fun. I think we should do this. We should do this again. How often should we do this? Should we do this every week, or should we do this like every other week? That was good. The 2 weeks time to kind of write something. So maybe we'll do this twice a month. It's like every other week we'll do a challenge.
I think that 2 week break, right? Like
it was really nice. And so like we said, we are accepting entries all the way up until 11:59 p.m. tonight. So you guys have heard what we've done with these with these chords and stuff, and you can do something like this. You can you can do something super creative with with your own creative juices, with your own ukulele, whatever it might be, as long as it kind of follows the guidelines that we have here, using those chords and bonus and using that key and whatever. If you guys send us stuff each person that send us anything, this is just for the very first challenge, and it ends today at 11:59 p.m. Hawaii time. So set your clocks. Now, each person that sends us something is going to get a copy of that Bandito Tyler poster signed by all three of us. So that's because it's the very first one. So people are just like, I don't know if I want to do this challenge and stuff. So if you do the challenge
the people who submitted in the forum, you guys already get.
Yeah, you guys are already in there. And to submit, Kahai, how do they submit their videos?
There's just a topic in the forum. Is that what it's called? Where it says Thursday live lesson challenge, and then you just post a reply to it with a video of your song or some kind of recording of your song. Yeah. Just let us hear it. Yeah. So we'll keep the threads up and stuff. And Kahai, maybe you can post all the links to all the people who have submitted. You could edit the first post, maybe to show all the entries. We can figure. Yeah, just so that people don't have to kind of go through the different pages and stuff. We could just put them all in the first post. That would be awesome. So the people who sent stuff. So Alan,
he's right off the bat. Alan, first day or second day or something.
Yeah. Well, I think we came in on Friday, and then I was like, oh, Alan already posted his reply. Yeah. And that's a, even though he was so fast, it's a good song too. All of them are really good. And then Mark kind of posted his maybe a few days ago, and then Daniel posted his just yesterday, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
So Mark, Alan, Daniel, you are already going to get that Bandito Tyler poster. Is the very first thing that we put up in our new set today. But, we have a few of those copies, and we'll give it to you folks. And whoever else sends their own kind of composition for the challenge will also get a copy of the poster. So as long as you send it in, you get one. That's basically what it's going to be like. So and it's great, I think, and it's good for Thursday live lessons, because not only are we kind of showing them the potential of the ukulele, but we're also explaining what we did and how we got to those, or how we came about writing those things. In Aaron's case, he even kind of showed you how he came up with some of the lyrics, and how he came up with the chords, or matched the chords to those lyrics. For myself, I'm kind of showing you the different inversions and stuff, and kind of showing you where where each movement was and how each movement kind of came to be. So it's kind of a good, a good way to show you folks not only what is possible, but exactly what we're doing to make that possible. All right, so let's start a whole new one. We are going to be taking some suggestions from the audience. So give us a key, give us 4 numbers between 1 and 7, and then we'll add some bonus.
Can we do
points?
Can we do C or G for this? The key, set it off the bat. Just make it a easy key.
One. Okay. Yeah. So I know Alan with his E flat right off the bat.
E flat. He tried to get the most obscure.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. Or even Alan said in his post, he was like, I know who suggested E flat.
Yeah.
All right. So key. Let's do C. You want to do C?
Yeah. Just an easy one.
So key of C. Give me 4 numbers between 1 and 7. Audience.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We're
waiting for the lag. We're waiting for the lag. Meanwhile, play that song again. Yeah.
We did have some questions come in.
Sure. We can answer some questions before then.
So this is from Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, he sent in this question email.
Okay.
So he said, I was watching the podcast and about the loop pedals.
Sure.
Aldrine mentioned that he wished he brought his amp. It got me thinking, what amp do you guys use with your ukes? And what amps work well with ukes?
There's a lot of good ones, and the good ones are quite expensive.
Really? Yeah.
really pricey. Anything that is meant for acoustic instruments, that's going to be what you want to go for. I know Fishman, I've seen, makes a good one. Fenders make good ones, but Fenders are going to have that kind of crunch that you might not want with your ukulele. Let's see, just off the top of my head, this is
I think Behringer.
Yeah, Behringer. Yeah, Behringer makes another good one.
Well, that's a cheap, pretty cheap entry acoustic amp.
So if you don't care about like the sound that's kind of coming out of the amp. You just want like a good, reliable amp. You can go with something like Behringer. Rogue makes some good amps that are pretty reliable, and they're cheap as well. But if you want to go like full on like best sound that you could get from your ukulele, those are the kind of stuff that you want to start looking at, like something like Fishman, like Bose makes makes a great like kind of setup.
What is the brand that Sam has in his shop?
Yeah, it's like a custom one.
Yeah, that's a good
one. But who is it? Jimmy had one at Jim's party. What was that called?
I don't know, but I at home I have a Fender like at home, but it's like the Fender, I don't know, it's like an old school looking one. It's like Champion or whatever, Fender Champion. It's good for my ukulele and for my electric guitars and stuff. It does have a bit of crunch when you use it with an ukulele, but I kind of like that. If you're gonna play with an amp, that's kind of the sound that you're gonna get anyway, unless you plug it into like a PA system and stuff. And it's really tough to get a nice acoustic tone with an amp without having to spend like thousands of dollars for a good amp.
I think if somebody's going for a good acoustic tone, that's why they would do like a mic, right? Mm-hmm. A mic in front of their ukulele rather than like plugging it in directly to the amp. So, yeah.
All right. Do we have any takers?
Yeah. We have 2, 3.
Okay.
6, 5.
Okay.
So that's it right there.
That's it right there. So 2 be D minor. We got E minor, we got A minor, and we got G.
So this just based off the chords, like this might be like a more moody sounding songs, right?
A lot of minors in there. Yeah. All right, so bonuses. What can we use as bonuses? I like the diminished in there. I want to keep the diminished. Yeah. It's always nice.
Voltron suggested diminished already. So
how about augmented this time?
Ooh,
an augmented chord. Mm-hmm. Or maybe let's take out diminished and put augmented instead.
Augmented.
Yeah, because we used diminished last time. Mm-hmm. Let's just go with augmented.
Oh, the amplifier was AER.
Oh, AER, yeah. Dude, those things are pricey. Mm-hmm. Like $1,000, like for like the cheapest one, I believe.
Yeah, about $1,000, but it does sound really crisp.
Yes, yeah.
Like for acoustic instruments, that's what you would kind of really want if you have the money for it.
I don't really use amps too much, so I'm not gonna be the guy to best answer that question. But yes, AER, it starts from like $1,000, and like the nicer ones go up to like, I've seen ones that go up for like $3,000-$4,000, and they're just like jeez. Okay, what other bonuses? Lyrics is always another good one.
Yep.
that should be rewarded, What else? Kahai. Something new that we didn't have last week. Something bonus.
I want to say like a rhythm thing. What's like an interesting rhythm kind of idea that would be like a good bonus thing?
3/4.
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to, but it's bonus. It's optional. 3/4.
3/4 time.
There you go.
Waltzy. Yeah.
Waltzy and C. You don't have to, but these are bonuses.
Would even 6/8 would count as
6/8 is fine. Let's just put it.
Any time signature like that's divided by 3 kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. So even more bonus points if you can start in 4, go in 3, and then go back to 4. I might do that. That sounds great.
Don't take my idea.
That's your idea. That's my idea. Now, so these are let's just go over it one more time. It's gonna be in the key of C. It's gonna have 2, 3, 6, and 5, which is going to be D minor, E minor, A minor, and G. And by the way, you can use whatever chord that you want as long as it has these 4 chords in there. Just like how we did with ours. Our songs had like lots of other chords in there as well, but we kept the main chords that you guys asked for. So 2, 3, 6, and 5, that has to be in there. And the bonus chords are augmented, lyrics, and 3/4 or 6/8 time signature somewhere in your song, or if not the whole song. All right, this is your new challenge. This is due 2 weeks from now, so that's going to be what date is that, Kahai? The 13th?
Yeah.
So December 13th, this is due. 11:59, December 13th.
Yeah. And then, well, I guess we don't. When we first like said the challenge, we said that we would like randomly pick a person.
Yeah. So the next one we'll pick a winner.
But since this one isn't like gonna be a random chosen, like I was gonna say like we'll announce some winners next week, but whoever submits before
whoever
today,
submits wins because it's our first one. You know, we want to encourage you folks to do these challenges with us because it is a lot of fun. I was gonna say choke fun doing this. People wouldn't know what I mean by choke fun. We had a lot of fun doing this challenge, and it's really cool because I barely have like kind of time to write, and this kind of forced me to be a little bit more creative, and it's kind of forced me to pick up my ukulele and really grind something out. So even though it was like nice and simple stuff, I really sat down and like, okay, what can I do with these chords?
Yeah, that's what Alan said too. It's like nice having the chords like kind of determined for you, and then taking that as like the jumping off point.
Yeah. So all right. Any last minute questions?
Well, speaking of challenge, we're planning to do a new YouTube show.
Oh yeah.
That is basically just a challenge for Aldrine.
So how does this work?
So I think what I want, like, it's gonna be kind of just random challenges for you on ukulele, but I think I kind of want the first one to be a song challenge.
Okay.
So like Aldrine will be for at least for the first episode, Aldrine will be coming up with an instrumental arrangement of a song. So I want anybody who's listening right now can kind of just suggest a song, and I kind of want it to be like outside of his comfort zone. So not maybe
has to be challenged.
Yeah, maybe not something that he would figure out on his own anyway.
Nothing crazy for now. I mean, for the first few episodes, hopefully nothing crazy.
Nothing super
Don't
crazy.
Ask for
but
something like Stairway to Heaven, or something like that.
But yeah, like we'll just start taking some suggestions, and if we find something that would be kind of interesting, awesome. we might use it for the first episode of this new YouTube series that we're gonna release on our YouTube channel. So
do we want to start like a topic in the forum? So like people who are U Plus members can maybe submit their
and instantly Yoda says Freebird.
You're that guy. Yoda is that guy at the show. There's always got to be that guy. I guess there's always that guy.
So funny. Followed by Devin and Renee.
Freebird, all of them. Freebird. They're those people. He's that guy. They're those people.
But so just start sending us ideas. However you can get them to us, and we'll start kind of formulating that.
Yeah, because I mean, even with the it's a lot of the people who go to the Thursday one-on-one coaching and stuff, and the people who do like private lessons with me, a lot of those people are like giving me songs that they're kind of working on, and I'm just like, oh, why don't you do something like something like this instead? So I'm kind of constantly doing that with a bunch of our students anyway, and this is kind of a way for me to take on a song, so you guys can kind of see my whole process of how I would take a song and turn it for something onto my ukulele. Usually I would do instrumentals anyway. This would be a challenge for me because I don't take every song and turn it into an instrumental, but in this case I have to figure out different ways. It might sound kind of the same for some weeks and stuff, but I'm going to try to put some creative twists in there and make it sound unique and stuff. Like my own signatures in there. And
then I was thinking, like for future episodes, it could be like, somebody who did their own arrangement of a song and wants you to kind of like
look over it, and fix it, make it better. Pimp my song.
So something like that, or in future kind of challenge episodes for this YouTube one, we can do different things, but I kind of want the first one to be just like a straightforward
challenge
song arrangement challenge.
Like I was mentioning with the people that come to like one-on-one coaching and stuff in private, like that's what happens anyway. Like I don't want any names, but there's some people that come and like, okay, well, this is what I have so far, And then I'll be like, okay, well, maybe you can add this, or maybe you can do this at the end, or maybe you can do this strumming pattern, or maybe you can do this technique instead to make it, to make it a little bit more fancy, to make it kind of come alive. So, things like that. So, I'll take on as much challenges as I can. And I mean, I'll challenge myself. I won't pick ones that are too easy that are like, oh, I can figure that out like that. So this is for me too. Where I'm kind of testing my limits and seeing, what I can do as an ukulele player. So we will all grow together.
I'm just gonna do the Bob's Burgers theme every week.
Every week.
In a different key.
In a different key.
I got all the chords.
And why did you get that G? That's cheating.
No,
cheating.
Follow the rules.
All right, so there you have it. Those are new challenges. We let you guys know about one of the many shows that we're going to be doing for 2019. 2019 is going to be an amazing year, especially for Ukulele on the Ground. We're going to be bringing you lots and lots of new cool stuff. Like this. The challenges are kind of already on its way. I was mentioning that if it becomes like kind of a big thing, we might kind of do it as its own thing. But for now, it's going to remain here on Thursday Live Lessons for these challenges. But if you're looking to submit some challenges, check out the forums. And if you want to see like all the things in writing, like what key it is or the chords that you have, it's also in the same post over in the forum. So check out the UU Plus forum for all the details and the challenges.
I think something that's really cool about the forum too, and people participating or the people who participate in this challenge, is that like they kind of explain like their thought process behind their songs too. So like hopefully like it will get more people, and then you can kind of it's super fun to just talk to people about how you come up with something,
how to write stuff. And I mean, like, I guess being in the key of C, it's gonna open it up to a lot more people trying on this challenge. So, and then maybe we'll get some like weird, like weird obscure like Hawaii things to kind of give away as prizes, like like little tiny knickknacks and stuff, like wasabi macadamia nuts, or like spam mac nuts, or like some little obscure things that people can't really get, but it's just like really tiny and cool little prizes, because we're gonna have to do it every other week, and we want to have as many different prizes as possible.
At the beginning of the show, on the chat, they were talking about like just talking about like Craig and Sarah besides it. But like I was thinking, like if we ever have like people coming down to the island, like it'd be cool if we were like, hey, you want to do the challenge with us? Like
I don't want to bother them with like with writing songs. That's true. They're kind of busy.
But or like not Craig and Sarah particularly, but just like anybody, like
if they want to, if they want to,
and see what other what our friends, our musician friends can come up with too. See what they come up with.
Yeah. So right on, guys, that's it for another episode of Thursday Live Lessons. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So this is basically the last episode for the month, right? We're moving into December, so that means Magic Mike Odo is gonna come sooner or later, either next week or the week after. I'm gonna have
he's
to
like Santa. He comes sooner or later.
We're gonna have to bring him in. So remember to send us all your music theory questions and stuff, because Mike is coming soon, either either next week or the week afterwards, whenever he has time to kind of come in. And maybe we can ask Mike to do the challenge too.
Yeah.
And Mike can kind of show us like how someone with a music degree will take these chords and
it'll be interesting to see from like a bass player's perspective too.
True,
right?
True,
like how he thinks about that. So.
But right on, guys, and thank you so much if you downloaded this over on iTunes or Spotify or any of the other places that you can get this podcast from. Thank you so much for listening. And if you want to watch this as a video, head over to ukuleleontheground.com and sign up for UU Plus to watch to watch this and many other content over on Ukulele on the Ground. We have lots of improvement systems, we have lots of videos and songs and solos, so on and so forth. There's just so much stuff going on at UU Plus, so make sure you check that out. We have private lessons, coaching, so on and so forth. Also, I had one more thing. Show them again where they can send us stuff, Kahai, because our wall is looking pretty empty for our very first episode, so we want to fill it up with as much stuff from you folks as possible. Fan art we would love to see some fan art. But pretty much anything,
Yeah, we're planning to get or we're thinking maybe we'll get shelves and stuff, so it doesn't have to even be
something we could put on the wall. It could be I have this little room on my desk and I can put some stuff on. Maybe I don't know, if there's a tiny figurine or action figure or something, we could put it in there next to Beef Squatch over here. And if it's a picture or a card or anything like that, we can put it on the wall. Anything really. Send us stuff and we'll somehow think of a way to put it in the background here. Okay? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a great one on behalf of myself, Aaron, and Kahai. We'll see you folks next time. Stick around for Songs Made Easy and also stick around for one-on-one coaching right after that. Have a great day. Aloha.